I ain't got time for this.
Don't speak to me like that.
Come speak to me, yeah? Right, You've been causing some issues.
No, he ain't.
He hasn't.
I'm talking to
No,
him.
he ain't.
Okay, I'm talking to you.
Calm yourself down.
Away.
Calm your attitude down. Speak to the public with respect.
Listen, go away.
I'm telling you to calm down.
Go away.
Audit. Yeah, I'm DP Audit. Respect. I'm carrying on all I want. Speak to the public with respect and integrity like you're meant to. Why is there no police here?
Go and speak to the inspector.
You call through now and tell him to send police.
No, you don't tell me what to do, pal.
Oh, shut your attitude up as well, you. Wind your neck in. Wind your neck in, yes.
Wind my neck in.
Yeah, you're the police officer. See that? That's a claim and a half. You're getting a claim against you. You little you're losing your job, you little...
Yeah, you think so?
See that, guys?
That's assault.
Witnesses, yeah?
I do nothing wrong.
You assaulted me.
Right.
On camera.
Whoa.
Yo, he's off his head. He can't be a copper.
Whoa.
That's... Oh, look at that. Look at that. Wind your neck and look how bad he is.
When the auditor challenged the officer's rude and aggressive behavior, simply telling him to calm down and wind his neck in, the officer didn't respond like a trained professional. He reacted like a thug in uniform, using that level of force, and shoving someone to the ground over words is completely disproportionate and indefensible. What makes it worse is the mindset behind it. This wasn't a split-second reaction to danger. It was a deliberate attempt to assert dominance through physical intimidation because someone questioned his attitude. That is not policing, it is ego-driven violence. Officers are expected to handle scrutiny with calm and restraint, not lash out because they don't like being challenged. And the fact that this happened in full view of the public only adds to the disgrace. Instead of setting an example, this officer demonstrated exactly what happens when someone with authority cannot handle accountability.
Nah, I'm in public. Shut your mouth and your attitude up. You're a public of the servant, a servant of the public.
Okay.
There's no, you're breaching the peace.
You ain't spraying him.
Okay.
You ain't spraying him. And I'm doing nothing wrong.
No, you're not. You speak to him like that's what you're doing. You don't get to speak to public like that. You don't get to speak to people like you're speaking to him. That's not how your role works. You're a police officer of the law, serving the crowd and serving the people. Respect and integrity. Remember your oath and your college of peace in training. You're absolute disgrace. The way you push me over now, you're getting a claim against you. You're getting sued.
Right.
You should lose your job for that as well.
Yeah, okay, we'll see.
Yeah, we will see, won't we? And you're going to be all over the internet. Do you know how many people are going to see you? You're live now.
Good. Good for you.
Welcome to YouTube, you how about that?
Okay, swear at me once more, I'll lock you up.
Higher threshold. Is there any complainants? Is there any complainants for my swearing? Any complainants? Your officers need to arrest you.
Okay.
You assaulted me.
Right.
You need to arrest your fellow officer. Section 26, he just pushed me on the ground, threatened me with power for telling him to rack himself. Arrest.
The call for the officer's colleague to be arrested under Section 26 of the Criminal Justice and Courts Act 2015 was fully justified. This law makes it a criminal offense for police officers to abuse their powers. The alleged assault did not take place during a volatile arrest or in response to danger. It occurred simply because the officer was challenged over unprofessional conduct. This mirrors the case of former South Wales officer Richard Helluel, who was convicted under Section 26 for abusing his position to exploit vulnerable people. His conviction highlights how seriously such misconduct is viewed and sets a clear legal precedent. A uniform is not a shield for abuse of power.
You're online on YouTube, you're going on YouTube, you don't do your jobs correctly, you're going to look like idiots. Now he's assaulted, he's assaulted me, mate.
We need to work out what's gone on.
He's pushed me, he's foot to me like that because he was speaking to him like club and I told him to speak to members of the public respect like you're meant to and professionally, and that is the worst example. He needs to be fired, he's getting sued or we're putting a claim against him. That was outrageous. Arrest him. Arrest him. Do your job that the College of Policing tells you to arrest him.
You need to relax. You need to calm down.
You need to arrest him.
You hear? You need to talk to me. Tell me what's going on. So obviously dealing with.
He was talking to him, and the way he was speaking to him was disgusting. The way you do not speak to members of the public like that. The way he was disgusting. Everything about him was disgusting. He's going to get. Do you know how many views he's going to do online now? He'll go viral with the way that was. That was one of the worst situations I've ever seen. I've done this for a year now. You need to arrest him.
Okay, well, we're not going to arrest him. But
you're not going to arrest your colleague when he's just broke the law and assaulted a member of the public.
But you're entitled to make.
What does your College of Policing treat you at the beginning? When you're call your officers. No, you listen to me. He has assaulted me and broke the law.
Listen to you. You're entitled to make a complaint online.
You're getting sued, mate.
Okay.
Look at him, look
No
at
more
him.
lesson.
Instead of addressing the auditor's lawful challenge, the officer tried to flip the narrative and portray himself as the victim, pretending that his personal comfort outweighed public accountability. But feeling uncomfortable is not a lawful justification for using force, especially from someone sworn to uphold the law. This mindset, using power whenever challenged, is not about safety, it is about control. Rather than de-escalating or explaining his actions, the officer shoved the auditor to the ground and attempted to justify it with a rule he made up on the spot. That is not policing. It is misconduct, plain and simple.
Right,
Have a good
identify
day.
yourself.
7459.
Name, station.
Okay, don't need to give money.
Yes, you do.
No.
3 forms. You've used your powers against
Okay.
me. 3 forms of identification.
Don't point at me.
I'll point like I
Don't
want.
point at me.
No.
Yeah.
3 forms of identification. You're going to push me again, are you?
If you can put in my space, yes.
Oh, you're in my space now. What would happen if I
Oh,
pushed
what I'm
you?
doing? Well, you can try.
Ah, see what I mean?
Yeah.
See this, people?
Yeah.
You're welcome
Alright,
to
have
YouTube.
Have a good day.
What's name and fucking station
Have a
as
good
well?
day, sir.
Name and station. I don't know. On his name and station, he's got to give 3 forms of identity.
College of Policing guidelines require officers to identify themselves when asked, providing their name, rank, and station. After using force, this is not courtesy, it is accountability. Yet after committing an act of violence, the officer refused to identify himself, making it impossible for the victim to report the misconduct. This behavior erodes public trust, blocks transparency, and allows wrongdoing to go unchecked. For justice to function, people must know who wronged them. Refusing to provide such basic information is not just arrogance. It is a deliberate attempt to dodge responsibility, and it is utterly indefensible.
Have a good day when it follows through on you. Welcome to YouTube as well.
Thank you.
Look at this guy. Look at him. Look at the state of him.
Really?
Yeah, the state here.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Have a good day.
Absolute.
Cheers. Swear at me again, I'll lock you up.
Because you can't use a higher threshold. You can't lock me up for that.
Really?
Yeah, section 5.
Really? You think so? That's it, you can walk him back.
See, he was going to arrest me, guys. Will, sort him out, man. He's horrible, mate.
Right, how's it going?
Him, he pushed me over there. His attitude stinks. He's threatening to arrest me, power spray me.
Right.
The opposite of you. He needs to be
What I'm
sacked.
gonna say is-
He needs to be arrested. He should be arrested by fellow officers under your College of Policing.
Let's be clear. The auditor had just been assaulted, was shaken, in pain, and angry. Swearing in that moment wasn't criminal. It was a raw human reaction to being attacked. Yet the officer's response, "Swear at me again and I'll lock you up," wasn't professional. It was abusive. Police are held to a higher standard for a reason. They're trained to stay calm, de-escalate, and rise above emotion. Instead, this officer demonstrated no restraint, no self-awareness, and no respect for public trust. Threatening arrest in response to a victim's frustration only compounded the misconduct.
Should have arrested him.
As you know,
You should have arrested him. Wait till you see the footage.
we can't arrest anyone, as you know. As a piece
You
of-
can't know. They should have arrested him.
So what you can do, if you want to make a complaint.
Well, I've never
there is a
experienced
process.
anything like him.
Well, I haven't seen
Ever,
it.
mate.
Let me hear what you said.
Ever. You know I'm sound reviews when it's a sound.
So you know what
I've
you
never
do?
experienced
Let me
that.
say one thing.
He is a dangerous police officer. He should not be in the
one thing
police.
to
You should not be in the police. You are a dangerous police officer. You are a dangerous police officer. You should not be in a front-facing role. You should not be going out the public. You are disgusting. You are a shame.
Stand back.
Shameful. Shameful. You should not be a front-facing officer to the public. You are a danger to the public, my friend. You're the reason people like me exist, because of people like you.
You know that as well as me, this place is covered in cameras. Okay? So, ergo, if you have a complaint, and you're an auditor, you probably feel.
I've got it on film. Yeah, I will.
Mr. What can I call you?
Just call me DP.
DP.
Or Paul. Call me Paul. Call me Paul.
So, if you want to make a complaint, which really right, whatever happened will be covered in cameras, won't it?
He cannot be in a role as a police officer. I'm sorry.
What I would suggest.
I'm not having to go. I'm just. That was outrageous.
What I would suggest is, after an incident like that, our adrenaline is high, which can lead to action.
When you see the footage, there's no excuse for his behaviour then. Initially.
Whatever's happened is happened.
The second officer's excuse wasn't just weak, it was dangerous. Dismissing an assault on a member of the public as our adrenaline was high, attempt to normalize misconduct by those who were trained specifically to stay calm under pressure. Police are not civilians in a street fight. They are professionals entrusted with authority and expected to rise above emotion. If a civilian pushed an officer and blamed adrenaline, that excuse would never be accepted. This double standard is exactly why public trust continues to erode.
Just try and bring...
nothing's going to get done about it.
Hang on, no.
Nothing's going to get done about it.
So whatever's happened, you would try and just get your adrenaline down, carry on with what you're doing, auditing, whatever, seeing what's going on, videoing,
Yeah.
and then...
Where's the police presence, man?
When your adrenaline's high, you can react to things that you won't normally react to.
To be honest with that copper then, the reason I snapped at him, because the way he was talking to this fella here was the most, honestly, you know what I'm like, Will. If you sound, I'm sound with you. This was the most outrageous thing I've seen from a police officer in probably my life, Will. And I've been beaten up by yous and everything. That was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Shameful, and I hope he's reprimanded when you get back to the station. I hope you tell him that he's wrong in what he's doing, and do what your college of police tells you to call your fellow officers out. That's the professionalism you need to do, because of these sort of things, them comments is ruining your relations with the public. So you need to tell them, and I hope you do, Will, because that was...
The auditor was absolutely right. One of the biggest failures in policing is the silence of bystanders in uniform. The College of Policing's Code of Ethics demands integrity, accountability, and intervention when colleagues cross the line. Yet too often, officers stay silent to protect each other rather than the public. Every unchecked act of abuse widens the gap between police and community and stains those who genuinely serve with integrity. The public notices silence just as much as action. When officers refuse to hold each other accountable, the badge stops representing service. It becomes nothing more than a title.
Worst attitude I've seen from a police officer
really
in my
surprised.
entire life. And I grew up ghetto and
I'm not saying you're lying. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying I'm surprised. And that's
well,
me being really straight.
You'll still see the footage anyway, and you're going to be in shock. Yeah, and you know what I'm like? I said, I was telling him, at first he kind of relaxed a little bit, and then I think his ego took back over. And then he had to start.
It's really surprising. As long as you're all right.
No, I'm all right.
That's the most important thing.
Tell him all KHNK solicitors will be in contact with him soon.
I didn't hear.
Tell him the solicitors will be in contact with him soon, man. Oh, and I will go to the ISP, all that, right? Go through them methods. I want him removed as his role as a police officer. After that today, he should not be a police officer. I know he's your friend, Will, but I'm sorry, he shouldn't. It's dangerous. Can't be having danger like that.
The auditor's decision to take this case to HNK solicitors is a crucial and justified step toward accountability. This was not a gray area or a split-second judgment call. It was a blatant abuse of power. The officer shoved the auditor to the ground not out of necessity, but out of ego. He then refused to identify himself, stripping away transparency and making a complaint impossible. When the victim reacted emotionally, the officer tried to twist that response into grounds for arrest, showing he valued his ego above the law. Another officer attempted to excuse the assault by blaming adrenaline, as if brutality becomes acceptable under stress. But police are trained to control pressure, not weaponize it. Meanwhile, the silence of the rest of the team exposed a culture of looking the other way. That silence damages public trust far more than a single shove. This wasn't one rogue officer. It was a collective failure of accountability. The auditor, however, stood firm, refused to be intimidated, and is now pursuing justice not only for himself, but for everyone who expects better from those in uniform. That's it for today's video. If you found this breakdown valuable, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Big thanks to DP Audits. His channel is linked in the description, so be sure to show him your support. Thanks for watching. This was Rate the Audit, and I'll see you in the next one.